in today's video, I'm going to bring you along on what has been happening in my life, the happenings, what I have been up to, what I've been going through, especially concerning where I live. Hi, welcome back to my channel. Welcome. In case you're new, my name is Favor and it is so nice having you here. If you've been here with me, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for always coming. I appreciate you for subscribing. In case you've not subscribed, you're new, you're old, you've not subscribed, please kindly hit the subscription button and subscribe to my channel. It will mean a lot to me. Okay? Thank you so much. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up on this video. Leave your comments below. I appreciate comments. I love comments, and it would mean a lot for us to interact through the comment section. Okay, for a lot of people that do not know, I currently live in Adamawa State. Adamawa is in the northeastern part of Nigeria, and to be precise, I live in the state capital, Yola. I am a Nigerian, obviously, and I am filming from Nigeria. Yes. So, Yola is a local government in Adamawa State. And I've not been to many local governments. I think I've only been to 3 or 4. I'm not sure now, but now I've not been to many. So, but this Yola that I am in, Yola is very hot. Like, Yola is pretty hot. Like, right now, we're in August. Every Nigerian knows that in August, it is rainy season, August to return. There's this rain that falls in August and people can't comprehend it. Like, it's always raining in August, but I can categorically tell you that since we entered August in this Yola, it has not rained for a day. Yes, Yola is that dry. Like, this year, since this rainy season, we've not had rainfall for up to 15 times. I am serious. We've not had it. So, like, everywhere is always hot. Everywhere is usually very hot. It is very sunny and very hot. And let me shock you. Some days it gets to 45 degrees hot here. So, like, it is a very hot place. Like, to make you understand what I mean more, when you park your car here, you do not wind up your glasses. You do not lock it up totally. You have to leave a space on top so that air can go inside your car. Otherwise, you can come back to a shattered windscreen or windows. So you must have to create a space for air to get into your car. Anything that is important to you, don't leave it inside the car, because eventually it is going to melt. There was a day I left my hand sanitizer inside the car. On getting back to the car, the bottle already melted and the thing was all over the place, but it has already dried. So, like, that kind of thing. You leave a pen inside, it melts. That's how hot this place is. Because of the hotness, it is expected that heat will be much. So the heat here is terrible, man. Like, if you see heat, it's not like it is raining and then you enjoy fresh air. Let me tell you how rain falls here. It comes with this wind. Like, have you seen those wind that blows in forests or deserts? The thing just comes and you have no option but to close up everywhere. So when it is raining here, you don't open up your windows to receive fresh air. So you are locked up in your house. You lock up everywhere. You can even break your window if you leave it, and because the breeze will keep jamming your window, jamming it against the lock, and before you know it, the window can shatter. Apart from that, it will carry all the dust around your area and come into your house, which you wouldn't want to go through that stress of having to clean house after everything. And you won't even you can't even stay inside the house with your windows or your door open when this breeze comes, because the sand will pour on you. So unless, I don't know, I don't think anybody will do that. It comes with this terrible wind. Like, so it rains here, you don't enjoy the rain because you are locked up in your room and you can't even open window or you can't open door. And then when it is not raining, like during the day like this, you are in your house and it is not raining, you can't open your door, so let's say to receive fresh air, because there are so many mosquitoes here. Like, God, like, everything here is on the extreme. So it is either they don't have it or they have it excess. So there are so many uncountable mosquitoes here. So you can't open your door to get fresh air in the afternoon, because if you do in the night, Now you go hear then apart from mosquitoes, there are flies, like house flies are everywhere. They are always chicken in their head to enter. I don't know what cause, but you can't even say, let me sit outside and have some fresh air. They won't allow you to relax, they won't allow you to concentrate. So you find out that all you have to do is stay indoor, use your fan, use your AC, but outside is a no-no. During the day, flies won't allow you. At night, mosquitoes won't allow you. So you just have to stay inside your room, sleep, or you go out. Yes. The light here is something that is commendable. Like, I've never been to any part of Nigeria that has lights like here. Like in my house currently, if you look, you will see light. There's light. Just look at that bulb behind me. There's light. This light has been like this for over 1 week. Like, they don't take lights here. Even if they take lights, they bring it back immediately. So it is like an exception. So when you think about every other thing that is not working, that is not happening, you remember the light and you're like, it is a form of consolation to you. So there is always light here. Like, there is always light. In a day, you are sure of, let's say, 20 hours light. Even more. There are days, there are times you stay for 2 weeks here and the light has not blinked. So there is always light here. So that is one of the things I enjoy here. And being in Nigeria, you will know that light is not something you joke with. Light is something that we embrace, and wherever you see light, you say, whatever comes out from there, as long as I'll be having light, I wouldn't mind. So light is sure here. Light, there's always light here. And then the response you get from their distribution center when there's anything is just top notch. So there is light here always. Next, I am going to be talking about the distance. Okay, in case you do not know, Adamawa State is far from this state in Nigeria. It is far. Like, Adamawa shares boundary with Cameroon. Like, in this state capital, like 6 hours should take you to Cameroon. I've not been to Cameroon. I'm going to try and go there before I leave this place. But Cameroon is not far from here, so it shares border with Cameroon, and it is far from all the happening places. You can say you want to get things from, let's say, from places like Abuja, places like Lagos. It is far. For you to get something from Lagos to this place, it takes 2 days. Like, there's something somebody did for me and sent to the park on Friday. I got it here on Sunday. So that's like how long it takes for you to get things this place. So it is very far. It is over 24 hours journey from Lagos. 2 days. Like, 2 days. And then no direct flights from here to Lagos. What they do is that you follow whichever flight you want to go to Abuja, and then you do a stopover at the airport before you proceed and continue to Lagos. So there's no direct flight that takes you from Yola straight up to Lagos. And then from here to Abuja is around 11-12 hours. So it is a very long journey. Very long journey. That's if you're going by road anyway. But flight is 1 hour. Normal thing, 1 hour. So if you're going by road, you have to sit your ass down in your car and drive for 11, 12, or 10 hours, depending on the speed and the capacity of the driver. So like that. Yes. So that's how far it is to other states. From here to my state is over 17 hours. Yes. So, and if you say you want to go by flight, like where I'm from Osoka, if you decide to go by flight, you are going to get to the airport and you go to Abuja, and from Abuja you go to Enugu. So there's no direct flight from here to Enugu, so you have to stop in Abuja first before you proceed to Enugu. So, and when you notice that when you get to Enugu, that is not my final destination. I will still have to enter cab or enter bus before I can get to my destination, which is so tiring and so long. So at the end of the day, you just decide, let me just enter bus. It is stressful, but I don't know. So the process of getting to Abuja, the thing is that if you get to Abuja, you're not leaving Abuja that day to go to Enugu, because it's not like it is a connecting flight in the case of Lagos that they will just drop and pick people and then you guys proceed. That's how Lagos does, just pick people up, or pick people that are going from Abuja to Lagos and join people that are coming from Yola, and you proceed. In the case of Enugu, it is not like that. You have to you have to stop in Abuja and book a totally new flight to Enugu. So you discover that before you can't do these two things in a day, unless you are lucky and you get one that you can leave early in the morning and then get there in the afternoon and then follow the one. But most times the flights here leave in the evening, so it is almost impossible to do that. The journey is not a very smooth one. It is so traveling from here to any place that I know you can get anything from is far. It is far. That's that on that. And then when it comes to food, I wouldn't say food is cheap here compared to other northern states that I've been to. I've been to Niger State, I've been to a couple of northern states, and you notice that food is cheap. Like, food is very cheap in other northern states, but here, even though there is this kind of life people live here, there are the rich, the very rich, and then the poor. There's no middle class here. So it is either you are rich, like you are rich, or you are poor. So you notice that rich people influence a whole lot of things that happen here. So the market is basically for them. People abandon the poor and then just concentrate on the rich. So everything is on the high side. You go to this market to buy rice, and rice is very expensive. Everything is expensive. You know who is buying this? You buy 100 naira pepper, you can use it to make food for 2 days. You use it once and it is finished, and it's not even peppery. So tomatoes are expensive, everything expensive, unlike northern states that I know. But things like grains are cheap. So you can get, I think they farm grains, the grains are cheap. But it's something like yam is a rare commodity. It is something that the rich eat. So to get 1 year for 500, then is either you go to the local market or you're just lucky that one guy decided to sell yam cheap for you. So that is how it. If you just leave the market and take 15 naira down to a local market, you find it's very cheap. You can get a basket of pepper for 700, 1,000, 500, like that, depending on the day you went. But inside this market in town that is just 15 naira away from the one in the village, you can get that same thing for 2.5. Like, I don't know, I don't understand. The distance, there's no distance. You can even walk this thing, but they make it very expensive. Generally, food is not cheap here. Generally, even in the local markets, compared to other towns, other northern towns that I've been to, food is not cheap here, like what you would get in other places. So that's that for food. Okay, and next is housing. Okay, house is cheap here. Let me say relatively cheap, because according to what I have heard from people coming from other northern states, let's say Jos, Gombe, Bauchi, and other states, Sokoto, Niger, Nasarawa, they will tell you that house is expensive here because where they are coming from, houses are cheap. So a house you get here for 300,000, in their place you get it for 150,000. But then they will be like, what is here? That life is so expensive. Why is house so expensive in this place? So to them, it is expensive. But for me, somebody that has been in Abuja, that is coming from Abuja to this place, and coming from Enugu, I would say that house is cheap here. Because the kind of house you live here, and you get it for 400,000 thereabouts, in Abuja, you can't get it for 1.2 million. Like, that's just it. In Abuja, you don't get it for 1.2 million naira. So when people say house is expensive, I kind of understand that it is because of where they are coming from. And when I say it is cheap, it's also because of where I am coming from, because I have lived in places that housing is very, very on the high side. But here, I can tell you that I'm enjoying the house, and I love it. And they have, and another thing is that these guys know how to build solid houses, like very beautiful houses. You would see a landlord furnish a house and you think it's his own residential house. You don't know that it is for rent. So they put in their best, they construct buildings and then give it nice finishing. So their houses are beautiful, and I give it to them. I give it to them. Like the structures you see here, you wouldn't even see it in some parts in Abuja. The houses are fine. So that's that for housing. Okay, water. There's water here. There's excess water. Like you can even be passing and then see water coming out from one nearby bush. Like there's water. It doesn't take them anything to dig out water. So we don't have problem of water here. there's water here. So I think that is one thing God bless them with, seeing the kind of weather they have. He just gave them water on the surface, so water is not their problem. So you can imagine if these people with their dryness find it difficult to get water. It's be a dead zone. But they have water, so like even the poorest of the poor can easily dig up well in a day and get water. So it is easy like that. Talking about how living in Yola has changed my life, like this place, I have not been able to do all I wanted to, because there are not much jobs here. The main thing that started bringing people here is NGOs and INGOs. INGOs, I mean international non-governmental organizations. So that is the main thing that started bringing people here. So, and you discover that the insurgents here, there's no insurgents in Yola actually, but in other local governments there are. But the insurgents is beginning to go down small. So NGOs are beginning to pack up and leave. So getting a job here is not easy. And apart from these guys, there are no employment opportunities here. Apart from INGO and Atiku. Atiku is one of the biggest employer of labor in this state. Like, Atiku is from here. Okay, if you don't know, Atiku is from here. So he has hotel, he has the biggest school here, university, and his school is called American University of Nigeria. They have the primary, the secondary, the university, up to PhD level. Has hotels and a beverage company and water company. So Atiku is like, after the government, Atiku is the highest employer of labor here. So you discover that if you're not getting employed by the government and you're not getting employed by Atiku or by NGOs, then you will not have a job. So somebody like me that have not been lucky enough to get employed in any of this, I am just here. So it's not like Abuja, where there are so many structures, so many things you can just walk in and you're looking for a job and somebody is considering you. It's not like Lagos. Lagos has so many job opportunities. Everybody is hustling, everybody doing something. But here it's not like that. That's why you discover that a whole lot of them drive keke. There's nothing they can do, and then they're not interested in school. So all they can do is follow the fastest means that can give them money, and that is riding keke is tricycle. Okay, for their jobbers. So that is how it is. So there are no job opportunities here. It is very slim. Even people that are working here got the job before coming. So I am yet to find people that actually are here and got jobs here, unless they are indigenous, which I don't know many. But I know that every single person I know and I have interacted with was somewhere before they got a job here and they moved to this place. Not like they are here and then they got a job. So getting a job here is very difficult. Very difficult. There are no job opportunities and that. And then business. Business is something I would have loved to go into, considering how this place is, and then I have a whole lot of online investments going on. So I have a baby, so I'm not sure I would want something that will keep me so long away from her. So for a while, at least now that she's small, business is something I would have loved to go into, but I can't because of the distance. If I'm going to be doing business here, I'm not going to be based on what I can make here. The market is not actually here. People make money here. There's markets here, but like I can't stick to offline. I have to sell things online and all that. And then, but my online selling will not happen because of the distance. And then I can't even opening a big store that would give me that thing that I want is kind of not advisable now, because the kind of job we're here for is something that anybody can move anytime. So imagine I use something like 5 million to set up a business, and then 5 months later we're leaving. So it doesn't make sense. So all these things are things I have checked, and then I'm like, no. So assuming that this place is somewhere like Abuja, somewhere like Lagos, somewhere like Enugu, where you can easily webble things to people, I would have loved to start my business, at least be doing it online. I can sell to people around, I can sell to wherever you are, but it is not like that here. So I bought something from Lagos the other day, and I had to pay 4,000 naira for that thing to get to me here. So imagine when I discovered how expensive the way is, I was pained. The place the park is in Lagos, the Young Shagro is what the guy used. So the park to this place is very far from him. So he had to take 1,000 naira to the park. I had to pay for it. And then for them to wheel that thing from Lagos to this place for me, I had to pay 3,000. Let's say I'm selling bag, and my bag is 5,000. And then somebody buys it from me. I take it to the park. The park is not far from me, so I'm not charging the person for going to the park. I take it to the park for the person, and then I will be 3,000 or 2,500 or 2,000 depending on the size. But even the thing the guy will bid for me is very small. So let's just say I will leave 3,000 for the person. The person spent 8,000 naira getting a bag of 5,000 naira. That person is not going to buy anything from me again. Like, what are you selling? Is it long life? So why would I spend 8,000 just to patronize you on a bag I can get in Lagos for 5k at the convenience of my house? So you discover that my market is not going to be moving, because people are going to consider all these things. Even if I am the one, if I have that experience, I am not buying again. One is not grass that you park on the road. So these are things that are affecting me here. Like, when I remember them, it gives me like, it is not easy being here. Everything you have to pay. You pay for this one, you pay for the other one. Like, yeah. So my money is always being spent on way bill this, way bill that. Living here has not been the very best thing that happened to me. Like, but one thing that keeps me going is that whenever it is due, whenever the Lord says your stay here is done and I want to put you in a better place, he's going to do it. So when I remember that, I don't even really bother, because I know everything is going to be fine. But like, when I look at things I could have done within this years and what I could have achieved and all those things, you know, like, it kind of gets to me. But I place my hope on God, and I know that very soon, one day, everything is going to work out fine. Talking about entertainment, this place is very dry. Like, when I mean dry, I mean dry. There's no cinema here to start with. Yes, I live in the state capital, so, and there is no cinema here. You can imagine those that live in the village. Like, it's not like Abuja or Enugu or another place you can decide to, I don't want to cook, I want to let me buy 1 liter of soup, let me buy 2 liters of soup. Story. Like, there's nothing like that here. Nothing. Nobody offers such services. You can even hardly find any nice soup to eat. So, like, the entertainment industry here is dead, and then their restaurant is just very basic, nothing good, just there, you know, those stuff, nothing. So and there are no places you can go hang out, you know, like go to Wonderland, go to do merry-go-round, do whatever it is, just have fun. Nothing. So there's no fun here. There's no fun place here. It's just a very sunny city. But you know, like, things are cheap. Like, housing is cheap. The offices are not so far, so you don't spend so much on fuel. But apart from this little consolation of lights, and then house rent that is cheap, and a little other things that you can hold on to and say, at least I am enjoying this place is like so, like, when I think about it, but like I said earlier, I know that when God deems it fit, I will be out of here. So thank you for staying, thank you for sticking. I would like to read your comments in the comment section. Please do well to drop it on what you think about this video and your contributions. Have you been to Yola? Have you been to Adamawa State? Have you been to the Northeast? How is your place? Is there any relationship between this place and your place? Do you relate? Like, just drop your comments. I would gladly read it and attend to it. Thank you for following. Thank you for being here till the end. In case you've not subscribed, please do well to do so, and have a nice day.